Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for the season 8 finale, okay, of Married to Medicine. Look, I'm gonna say this. There is this. Let me see where I'm at. I'm right here. Let me pop on screen real quick because I feel like so much craziness happened in this episode. We don't even need to play by play. I'm gonna go off rip, okay? But y'all know first thing first, if you have not done so already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Do not forget to like this video either on your way in or on your way out. While you're here, please like the video. Make sure to relax, relate to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. Always inhale and exhale to help you not want to go a little bit crazy and stuff. And comment in the comment section. Follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. The link to that is always in the description box below. Look, this whole episode was mainly about Scott and Contessa. Okay, they were the whole focus this whole episode, even though they tried to sprinkle other things in that to me did not matter. Let's cover the little stuff that don't matter first. Anila and Nyla went down to the bar with Claude and Heavenly, whatever, and ran up a $600 bar tab as revenge for Lisa Nicole not paying her for blogging them clothes or whatnot. The bar tab came up to $595 with the $600, and she put it on Lisa's room tab. They showed her going to the front desk. What's Lisa Nicole Cloud's room number? Oh, 103. Okay, thank you very much. Went to the bar and then said, can I get the most expensive champagne or the most expensive, drink, wine, or whatever on the menu and charge it to my room from 103? And they said, sure, that'll be fine. And they sat up there and got a few bottles of this expensive stuff or whatnot. $600. And girl, this bump, I think we going up crazy. But she's like, this is because Lisa Nicole will not pay me. So we had that fine. On to the grand resistance. Okay, Scott and Contessa. I'm gonna keep putting this up because this is the picture of tonight's episode. Contessa's face and Scott's face. Now Contessa says that's why I ain't got no lipstick on. Also because it's 3:38 in the morning. But Contessa says she's nervous about Scott coming down to the island because again, Scott got there, Cecil got there, and Curtis got there. Now Cecil and Curtis are aware of what's going on as far as the Simone and Jackie asking them to get Scott down there to talk to Contessa. Now they don't know what's going on or whatever. They like, it's gonna be some bullshit. It's gonna be some bullshit. And she brings out, she don't know how he's gonna react because he don't know what he's walking into. Contessa know full well her husband is basically walking into a gang up fight or whatever between him and the ladies, but he don't know that. And she said when he gets here, he's gonna flip out. Okay, he's gonna be upset because again, he don't know what's going on. Now we do see Simone and Cecil, Jackie and Curtis talking or whatever, and I'm looking like, Now they want them to be supportive of Scott when all the ladies start questioning Scott on the spot or whatever. And when Contessa asked Scott, oh, so what did Curtis and Cecil say y'all were coming down for? He's like, oh, nothing. He was coming out to chill out or whatever. But I'm happy that I hope we can get in some quality time together. So Scott seems to be happy, and Contessa like, oh, he don't know. He's walking into a fight again. This is the face of this episode. Okay, I want y'all to remember that this is the face of the episode. Okay, now everybody gets to the dinner table. They all dressed up, looking all nice. Okay, eating a salad. Have not even really had a drink yet. The salads get there first. Don't nobody. It's real easy at that point. Heavenly then say, hey, Scott, yeah, we happy to have you here. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some questions for you. He like, for me? What you mean? And Simone then say, you not in the hot seat. I'm like, yes, he is. Now I think the point of this was not to make him feel like he was in the hot seat. However, heavily and was heavily and Quad made sure to go in from the beginning. Now contestant then say, well, I have been talking to the ladies because we have issues or whatever. So I was talking to them because they're all married or whatever. This conversations, and I was telling them, some of the issues that we have. And Sky was looking around like, is this a motherfucking ambush? I think these motherfuckers ambushed me. And again, this is the look of the episode. Okay, I need y'all to remember this is the shit we have to deal with. So this is a contestant's face at the table. This is Scott's face at the table once he finds out what's going on. Now, when Scott is saying, what's going on, I don't know, me and doesn't talk or whatever, like it's not, we don't have a, too much of a big issue, whatever. And then he said, was all marriages have issues, quad and or half quad. Quad then say yes, but when your marriage is in dire need, okay, dire need, he like, what the fuck are they talking? So Scott then gets upset because you see heavily saying some stuff. You see Toya saying, all the women is one by one. Scott, she said this and she, and he's getting more and more like, oh shit. He gets, ain't nobody here a life coach. I'm saying, I know my wife's heart. Okay, she know my heart. She know I got her. I know she got me. Don't you know that, right? You know that, right? Now he would not let Contessa talk, and she's sitting there, eyes welling up. And she just ain't saying shit. They're like, well, let her respond, Scott. She don't have to respond because she know that. I'm like, Scott, let her talk. So Scott already is being controlling. He's already, I would not say he was overreacting. I say he was just reacting to not liking being ambushed on his bullshit. Okay. Scott don't want to be called out for the lies he's telling Contessa. However, Contessa ain't shit for bringing these people into her marriage issues when she's not going to leave that man. I am a firm believer. Don't involve me in your bullshit that you ain't going to leave. Okay? Because you got your husband mad at me and you still there. And I liked some of that. I think it's something that either Cecil or Curtis said later to either Simone or Jackie, that sometimes people is telling you what's going on in their marriage to not for you to do something, but just for you to listen. And this is a perfect example. Contessa told them things going on in her marriage. They then decided to call the husbands down because we're going to talk to Scott as a group. Okay, we're going to all talk to him and figure out what's going on. Contessa had all this going on, and she not leaving that man right now. Okay, and you then ambush your husband, who then gets pissed. But you don't hold his feet to the fire. You get up and you leave with your husband. Because again, Scott, you know my heart, don't you? He then gets up. He walks over her side or whatever. She then gets up too, as she wasn't crying, but she had red eyes. I don't know if it was tears or fear. And then he walks over her side. He kind of gets her, and she gets up and leaves with him. I'm sorry for including y'all in this. And I'm not saying she don't have the right to be frightened or upset with Scott, but I feel like, again, she involved people in something that she had no real intention of walking away from. Contessa had no intention of walking away from Scott. Contessa knew full well Scott was going to come there and run away from the conversation because he runs away from their conversation. But again, she wanted this scene. In my opinion, she wanted this scene. And that's what she got. You got... I'm like, why am I watching? You got a whole scene out of, girl, look, a whole scene, but nothing was accomplished. Okay, Scott didn't admit shit. He got upset, got up and walked out saying, ain't nobody here my marriage counselor. You don't have one, Scott. You don't have no marriage counselor, sir. So, of course, no one there is your counselor because you don't have one. This is a bump in the road. This is a bump in the road. Okay, we are good. And he walking away with Contessa. Okay, Now they at the golf cart talking or whatever, and they're hugging. I'm sorry. He like, hey, Amber, you ain't gotta be sorry. You know, we got this. You want to leave? You want to stay? You want to leave? You want to stay? You want to leave? I'm like, Lord, Contessa does look scared. Okay. However, I don't think Scott is abusing her physically. I don't. I think if he tried to, she would beat his ass. Okay. However, something about this doesn't make any sense on both ends, on Scott's end and on Contessa's end. Okay. Now back at the table, they sitting around chit chatting. Okay, this is the old picture. Don't worry about that. They chit chatting or whatever. Now the men are saying that the reason Scott got up and left was Scott felt ambushed. Okay, because he was not prepared for what they had prepared for him. And I can agree with that. It does not mean Scott don't need to be checked. What it means is you called that man down here and had him thinking it was just to spend time with his wife, and then y'all instantly went at him one by one over drinks. He wasn't prepared for that. Not that you want anyone prepared to be ambushed, but me personally, I would never ambush my husband or boyfriend or whatever to a interrogation. I would not do that. Not amongst friends, because I would not want my husband to feel some kind of way at my friends. Because again, Contessa is not leaving Scott yet. So I would not do that. Now, would I surprise her with counseling? Yes. Would I have was that an actual counseling session and have therapists ambush him with some shit? Yes, because a therapist is for that. I would not want that dynamic with my friends. So, in my opinion, Contessa, this was the wrong situation to put Scott in, because it wasn't going to solve anything. He wasn't going to give them any answer or any truth that he had not already given to you as a lie. Okay. So again, he was not going to admit anything on this trip. So why create that confusion amongst a group of people when you know your husband's a liar? Okay. Anyway, with the guys saying at the table that they felt like, Sky was ambushed and whatever, and how the women then, because again, Cecil and Curtis don't know nothing that the women knew that Contessa told them. So then Quad then say, well, Contessa told us that, Cecil, not Cecil, Contessa told us that Scott has a life coach who's a female who he has been seeing for 7 months, who he does not pay, but he met on the internet. And they was like, oh, okay, we didn't know that. Okay, that is new. That is new information to us. Okay, but you can say that's still one side of the story. While that's true, is one side of a story. Scott was the one who told Contessa this information. This is not Contessa assuming shit. This is Contessa saying, this is something Scott told me. So that isn't one side of things. Scott said that. Period. Hard stop. Period. Okay. Because this is the thing. The guys had a logical thing of saying how the women should have allowed, them to at least talk to Scott first before they reacted. No. No. Excuse me. Men need all the information up front so they can come up with a better lie. Okay, so the guys are also trying to help Scott get out of the lies he's already told that they did not know about. If Scott was smart, he would have told them the truth so they knew how to lie for him. But Scott is stupid. Okay, I'm like, boom. But I do agree that Scott was ambushed. I also feel personally I would not ambush my spouse unless I'm ambushing him with divorce papers. Okay, again, Contessa isn't leaving Scott yet. Anyway, Heavenly and Quad and said, we're going to leave and go back to our room. They walk away and leave, whatever. But they went to Contessa and Scott's room to talk to Scott. The fact that they went in there, to me, was stupid, because again, none of this, Scott not admitting much to nobody. He may admit a new lie. You're not getting any truth from him right now. I really wish they would have let it go and maybe went back and talked to them the following day. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. They get to the room and Contessa looks scared. Okay, I was surprised Scott let him in, because Scott answered the door and said Contessa was in the back studying or whatever. And so Contessa and Heavenly go in to talk to Contessa, and then they ask Scott to come in there too. And then The Contessa is weird. Okay. Now they say, Scott, Contessa said that you were, talking to a therapist for several months, so you do not pay with the female. You know what I'm saying? What do you have to say? Because we have heard from her. We want to hear from you. They made it seem like, okay, this is a calm setting. It's just the four of us. Tell us the truth of your lie. Okay. He then said, I'm not talking to no woman. I'm talking to a guy named Kevin Johnson. I told Contessa I was talking to a female because I was upset with her and I was just mad at her. So I said something to make her mad. I was like, Scott, you want us to believe that you made up a female therapist, and that was a lie. But this male therapist named Kevin Johnson, that's who you really go call Kevin. Let us see Kevin's name in your phone. Okay, is it a Kevin Johnson in there? No, you're lying. Okay, so Scott is not going to tell anyone any truth. So again, Contessa involving her friends in the bullshit isn't helping anything because guess what? She's not leaving him yet. Okay. Anyway, at this point in time, Contessa then say, I don't know about any male therapists. I don't know about any female therapists. Either way it go is some bullshit or whatever, and I don't know what's real or what's fake, and I don't know what to do. And that whole thing. So in their confessional, they both say how the issue is a lack of communication and or a lack of trust. Contessa saying trust, Scott saying communication. Clearly is both. Because she don't trust you. And you don't communicate well because you lie, okay? They both have played a part in the foolishness of the shit of a the shit of a marriage that they have. They need to divorce. I keep saying every week, even on the panel, I say, look, I don't have time to pick and choose between who more wrong or right, Scott or Contessa. They both full of shit. Because again, Contessa is putting Scott in situations knowing exactly how he'll react, but also knowing she's not going to leave him. But you are including more and more people to feel some kind of way about him when you don't plan to leave yet. Not yet. So Scott kind of walks away from the conversation or whatever. And then, the women keep talking. And when either heavily or quiet, so, y'all have to figure things out or whatever because, if y'all going to stay married, you got to work things out. And she then, Contessa then said, oh, we don't. And when she said that, Scott then said, you need to stop talking about this. Oh, that's after leaves. And then Heavenly and Quad left. Again, bull of the shit. Now, the next day, we hear Carrie goes to Toya's room early in the morning. I was up at 8 a.m. I was awake out of my sleep. I heard yelling and fussing or whatever. Her room was next to Contessa and Scott. Carrie then said how she heard them yelling at each other, whatever. Contessa was yelling at him, asking him why was he asking women for naked photos? Because there were naked photos of different women in Scott's phone. And Scott was denying asking him for the naked photos. However, he was saying how he did not know how they got in his phone. I'm looking like, oh my God, Jesus. Girl. Now Contessa commented on Carrie's post on IG this over the weekend, calling her the devil for, I guess, talking about the same, saying she was eavesdropping. But again, you can't eavesdrop next door to somebody's hotel room. Eavesdropping is not being where you're supposed to be. If she was in room 505 and you're in room 707 and she go up to 707 and shout at the door, listen, that's eavesdropping. But if you're in 505 and I'm in 504 and you're being loud, I'm not eavesdropping. Quiet the fuck down. Be quiet up in here. That's not eavesdropping. But again, Toya then say, oh, well, let's go check on Contessa. So they go down to Contessa's room or whatever. Scott opens the door and he comes out like, oh, y'all can go in. Go ahead in. I'm finna leave. I'm finna leave, so I'm not finna do this, whatever. I'm not about to have a whole nother, powwow with the women. So Scott leaves. He lets Toya and Carrie go in. Contessa would not let production in. Okay, she made them be outside. But all of them might, we can hear it all. So we hear her saying that Scott is being fake. He wants to act like he wants to be married in public. In public, that's what we do. But no. In private, he's an asshole and it's mental torture. Okay, I just can't believe that or whatever. I know he's lying to me. and he won't ever come clean. And how he has been this way for 15 years. We have been having the same argument, and I am not begging for anyone to love me anymore. And this is my thing too. Contessa keeps saying how they've been going through this for years. She knows exactly how he is, but she's not going to leave him yet. Okay, so Scott then goes down to the bar to talk to Cecil and Kurt. I'm looking like, Lord Jesus. Curtis, who cheated on Jackie, and Cecil, who had a whole inappropriate friendship with some lady for years. The two people, I'm like, what are you doing? But they're both still with their wives. Point blank, period. So he tells them how Heavenly and Quad came to the room last night, which makes both men say, oh, that wasn't a good thing. I would not have let them in. You should just had them sit outside or whatever. He brings about now Carrie and Toya's there, and so I just left because I don't have time to be out here fussing with the women. Now, Curtis then brings up how, they be here for 2 days. Okay, they had all this time to get contestants, side of things or whatever, so they really should have at least talked to you to figure out, a full well-roundedness of it all. But again, they had all they had with their perception based on what she told them, and they wanted answers based on that. I can agree that they were reacting off what Toya said. Not Toya, Contessa said. I can agree with that. However, Scott is full of shit. Scott is lying about something. I don't know what, but he's lying. And Contessa knows it. But again, she hasn't left him yet. So stop including other folks in your shit. They always say, do not let people in your marriage, because when you do, it allows them to be involved. And now all the people are involved. The fact that Heavenly and Quad chose to go to their room that night shows they too involved. This is my thing. I am not inserting myself in my friend's marriage. A marriage is between a husband and a wife. I can't tell my friend what to do with her husband. She can vent to me all she wants. Okay, unless you say, I want to leave today. I want to leave him. Help me leave my husband. That's when I'm going to come in. I'm going to help. I'm not going to advise you what to do with the issues in your marriage. Okay, because you should not feel swayed by other people. Because sometimes it may not be such a big issue. This shit was kind of contested. It is. But I feel like they need people outside of their friendship circle to help advise them. A pastor, a therapist. It's like anybody except your friends. Okay? You shouldn't, don't do that. Because again, when you don't leave the husband, he's not pissed because your friends then cussed his ass out and said he wanted shit on national television, and y'all hanging out at the next barbecue, and they had to be around each other because you included them in your bullshit. Leave Scott's lying and cheating ass alone, or stay in that marriage, but do not include your friends in the situation that you ain't gonna leave. Okay, that is what aggravates me. The man was like, we ain't even be here. Scott said, if he would have been allowed to at least talk, he would have been, fine, instead of him feeling like he's sitting there having to answer questions from other people's wives. And that's how it came off. I do think Simone and Jackie had a different plan, but Toya, Heavenly, and Quad just started firing on all cylinders. Question, and this build, and Scott walked away. You have to also know who not to have conversations in front of, because some people don't know how to calm the fuck down and just have a civilized conversation. It just went left real fast or whatever. Now, in the confessional with Scott and Contessa, okay, right around here, Scott admits he has responded to photos people have sent him, but nothing has went past that, meaning women out here sending him photos. And he's responding to I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ. See, this the same shit Curtis did. Girl, Scott, what is wrong with you? Could us leave him? You either leave him or stay with him and shut up. Those are the two. That's all you can do. Okay? Anyway, we then see at that point in time for people to check out. Okay, now it's a fussing going on between Anila and Nyla and Lisa Nicole because Lisa Nicole got the bill for $600 and she's pissed. You know it's illegal. You know it's illegal to charge anything to someone's room. So I'm gonna call the police. I'm like, Lisa Nicole, you about to call the police, girl? The fact that she wanted to call it, I'm like, don't do that. What are you doing? Now the fact that Toya's, because when you told her it was charged of $600, she's like, what? I don't, because she doesn't drink, so she knew it wasn't her. So Toya then said, I know exactly who it was. She went and got Anila or whatever, and then she said, well, I sent you my invoice. Pay the invoice. I was like, bitch. The fact that she's telling her up front, yes, I charged $600 to your room because you did not pay your invoice. Take it as a loss, okay? And Lisa, like, I'm gonna call the police on you. You're gonna be arrested. Carrie then said, Lisa, don't be a Karen. Don't be a Karen. Do not call the police. This. Okay, how about you pay $300 and then you pay $300? Look, I would not have paid shit. You can't charge to my room based on bullshit. However, if I owe somebody money for a service they paid, I also can't get upset. I should have paid them. I may not have liked how she went, about it, but if you owe her that money, what am I supposed to do? What's dumb is you didn't get paid because the bar got paid, so you still didn't get paid. And I like, but girl, who cares? Heavenly, because it was crazy. Heavenly then offered to pay at least half of the bill because again she had a bottle too, but she said I had a drink that was really it. But Carrie went and paid it in full because Carrie like I ain't got time. Look, y'all on this book like I am rich. I am a rich white woman. I'm not gonna sit around here and fuss about $600. No, I paid the bill. It was fucked up. It was funny. It was funny as hell, okay? It was really, really funny. But at the same time, I would have also been upset, but not if I owe someone money for work they've done to me and this is their way to get me to pay it. It would have been a full-fledged argument too, yes, but I'm not going to not pay someone I owe because I don't want them having anything over me. So that's my thing. But again, the fact that Carrie paid, I'm like, give Carrie a peach. You should have peach on your peach. Give her a stethoscope. I can't say it right because it's too late because we're like in the morning. But again, give her something. Give her a lab coat. Anyway, we then see everyone is back in Atlanta, and we see like a little ending credits. Heavenly is back. Her family is enjoying the Airbnb at the lake house. Simone and Cecil is still having their grown as child at home. Jackie now has a podcast where she talks about everything, including things with Curtis or whatever. She got no time for that. Toy and Eugene, they say he's working less hours in the yard, but they still don't have. No, I said they say he's working less time. I then wrote in my own notes, but they don't have no damn furniture in the house. The house is huge and there's not much furniture in it at all. But anyway, the producers do ask them about them putting their house up for sale, and Eugene then says, we are not talking about that at all. We see that Anila Nala has moved to her house, her 14,000 square foot home that took 2 years to build because of COVID. And it cost them $3 million, okay, which was double the budget. I was like, bitch, that is crazy. Anyway, and Scott and Contessa was all on social media acting like they just the happiest couple ever. They on vacation here in Dubai and on girl. That's why I said, do not get involved in someone's marriage when they're not going to leave their husband yet. There's scuttlebutt that she's going to probably serve him or at least mention that she has filed for divorce at the reunion. But I feel like if she had did that, in Fulton County in Atlanta, you can find out anything. So I don't know if that's true. I feel like she just said, I want to get a divorce. I want to divorce him. And that's what's going to be. Either way it go, she got to be mad at her husband and she ain't left him yet. On Watch What Happens Live, Contessa and Quad was on there. Quad called Toya a subpar mom and said the reason she's a subpar mom is because she used to be a teacher and she complained about how hard it was to teach her children during the pandemic. And so for that reason, she called her a subpar mom. Quad, you have never had children, so I cannot believe you flicked them off to say that. Even teachers don't have to be with their kids all day. Even teachers get a break. I feel like even though, let's say, we can say Toya has too much time on her hands to say that she doesn't have time to do things. Yes, we can say that. But I would never call her a subpar mom. Okay, there's a different way to say that she may not be equipped to do things all the time and whatnot. But to call her a subpar mother, as in her mothering skills are lacking because she was overwhelmed during COVID, have to be a mom and a teacher all day, Quad, you ain't shit. Okay, and I can't believe that Contessa and Andy did not even mention it because they have both parents. I try my best to never question anyone's parenting on these shows unless they really fucked up people. But again, Toya isn't a fucked up mom. She's a flawed individual who again has too much time on her hands to ever say she's too busy doing this or that. But I would never call her a subpar mom. That is horrible to say about someone who is there for their children. Why you ain't shit for that? Okay. Anyway, that was the whole episode. We have a 3-part reunion coming up. Lord Jesus, girl, we're gonna see what's gonna happen because I'm like, I ain't got time. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Do not forget to like, to comment, to subscribe, to share, and all that good stuff. It is 4:07 in the morning. Please forgive anything I mispronounced. I'm just confused and I'm tired. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace, love, and hair grease.